Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. This is going to be a part 2 of a pressure washer reacting to very popular pressure washing shorts. So if you didn't check out the last one, make sure to go watch that first, but this is a continuation. So let's go ahead and jump right into it.
I knew about this attachment for pressure washers.
Surface cleaner on wood.
It makes pressure washing quicker and easy. It keeps all the water downward and cleans a larger surface area at a time.
Yeah, so the problem with putting a surface cleaner, which is the round tip at the end of the pressure washer, it's kind of really only used for concrete, and maybe this individual didn't hurt the wood, but there's a very, very high chance that if you continue using surface cleaners on wood, that it will kind of mess up the wood eventually, if not every single time, because the surface cleaner just emits so much pressure. You really have to dial back all the pressure. But the correct way to wash wood would be to coat it with sodium metasilicate and white tip it off, and then coat it with oxalic acid. That's the professional way to clean wood. But if it works for this guy, it works for this guy. But I would highly recommend not doing that. So
gutters can be quite a hassle, so they use this two-directional pressure washer to
it's like a
eliminate the
double-sided
danger of
turbo
doing
tip.
that on ladders. And that way, a high-pressure system cleans the gutters with minimal effort, saving time for other house projects.
I mean, I suppose so. I think it'd probably be more effective with just using a normal gutter cleaning method. But however, if you do use a pressure washer, which sometimes I do, to clean out gutters, you do have to understand that you're going to be on cleanup job afterwards, especially for the house, because you will have overspray of just all the debris and gunk spraying everywhere, and it's you will have to proceed with a house wash afterwards. But saving time with house wash, I'm not sure about that. But I mean, this seems like it would work, but I would highly recommend not doing this and using just a ladder and either a normal pressure washer, or more, probably better off just using the normal gutter cleaning method with your hands or a blower. But wet gunk is hard to clean. So,
and guys, here's my setup. No lie, this is the mobile setup here. I got the 4 gallon a minute Simpson, 4200 psi, 4 gallon a minute. Nothing serious.
Downstreamer, yes sir.
Downstreaming here, I got 4 gallon.
Oh, that was a quick one. Yeah, downstreaming is the key. That a lot of people don't understand that they can do. I love this guy's setup. He's got such a mobile. He's got a mobile unit. He's got the mobile chemical with him. I bet he's knocking out house washes left and right. Huge shout out to this guy. That's awesome.
This might surprise you, but the most commonly used chemical in pressure washing is the same thing you use to clean your clothes. Whether we're doing
more
washing,
concentrated,
house washing,
stronger version
washing,
of it, but yeah.
using bleach. Now you could go to Lowe's, you could pick up some 7.5% sodium hypochlorite, but to be honest, that stuff is weak.
I agree.
What all the pressure washers use is liquid pool chlorine. At Lowe's, if you go to the pool aisle, you can pick up 10% sodium hypochlorite, or if you go to your local pool supply store, you can get 12.5%. This is the only chemical we use in pressure washing.
Yes, and if you haven't heard it countless times now, 12.5% sodium hypochlorite, SH, is the way to go with cleaning houses, cleaning concrete. We've beat the table pretty hard about this, but it really is the bread and butter, and 99% of pressure washers are in business because sodium hypochlorite exists. But for those of you who don't know, it's a high concentration of bleach like pool shock, and it's very, very potent, and we dilute it 10 to 1, or we get a 3%, 4%, depending on what we're cleaning. But let's say, for instance, we're cleaning house, we're going to dilute it to about a 1 or 1.25%, and it just melts away the algae on the house. Works like a charm. So this guy's right.
All right, folks. In this
Oh, he's got a
video,
gas
I'm gonna
system.
show you right here how you properly wash brick. You do not use pressure at all. You soft wash with a good 4.5%, and this is what you get. Boom. All right, folks.
Yeah, this guy's got a really fancy gas system to pre-treat sodium hypochlorite on it. But yeah, you could do that with a pump sprayer. But yeah, that is, yes, pre-treating for stuff like this degree of this amount of gunk kind of does need a little bit of a pre-treating. But yeah, once you coat it with the SH that we were talking about before, it comes off and it looks great. So yeah, this guy's got some really good points.
Hear me out. Vinyl siding does not need pressure. Soft wash it.
100% correct.
Sodium hypochlorite with some surfactant. Man, let that thing dwell, marinate for about 10 minutes. Come back, give it a nice rinse. This what you're gonna get. Good result.
Yes, sir.
Satisfied customer. Get paid. Move on. Take care.
Probably one of the best videos so far. That he hit on that. He's even using a J-Rod system. This guy understands that. This guy's successful. This guy runs a successful business. Yeah, he's probably downstreaming, commits the perfect mix. I mean, look how dirty that thing is. Look how dirty it is, and it looks just amazing. It's wonderful. It's something you don't get over. It's something that every time it happens, you're like, whoa, that's just so cool. It's so cool how that happens. But yeah, huge shout out to Pressure Washing with Tez. That guy's definitely successful.
We've said this before.
This guy's a detailer.
We'll say it again. Always aim at the floor first, not at the car, just in case.
Yeah.
Especially when the car is a nice one.
Well, not only that, if you get a scratch in matte paint, that's not a happy day.
I understand this is a mobile detailing car pressure washing video, but this is actually applicable to pressure washing as well. When you have a surface cleaner, which we talked about earlier, it's that round disc that goes at the end of the high pressure hose. Some of the pressure likes to build up within the hose and the pressure washer. So when you let go of the trigger, like the first time you let go of the trigger, it's a huge just burst of pressure, and that actually can scale higher to what the pressure washer is actually rated as, and it could damage stuff that it wouldn't normally damage. So I understand this is about cars, but this is a thing for concrete and houses as well. You never want to point something at a house and then just press it press it and burst all that energy or burst all that pressure out. You always want to make sure you aim away when you first let off the trigger. Some pressure washers are better than others with holding the pressure and emitting it, but for a good rule of thumb, never burst it on something. So this guy's 100% correct. But yeah, same thing with a surface cleaner. When you're really close to the concrete and you emit the pressure immediately, sometimes it's good to kind of lift it up on one side just so all the pressure isn't hitting the concrete at once, because you can leave really dark circles like that before, and I've seen it before. So again, this is completely applicable to pressure washers. So very good advice right here.
There are 4 essentials that you need to start a pressure washing business, and then some advice on how to grow it.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, the first one is a pressure washer. You can find
Of course, that was a Westinghouse.
Craigslist for around $300 to $400. Next would be a garden hose. You probably
Of course, need a supply line.
At your house. Number 3 is a pressure hose.
High
This is
pressure
around
hose,
50
yep.
bucks, and then a wand for another $50. So that's around $400 to $500 starting. After that, you're going to want to take your brand new used equipment and start cleaning some stuff. Go door to door. You're going to want to
Door to door is great. It's very hard, but it's very worth it.
Make from those driveways, reinvest it into what's called a surface cleaner.
Oh yeah, that's an absolute necessity.
To your one with a wand. Yeah, and once you've cleaned those driveways with the surface cleaner, take that money and invest in an XJet.
Of course, reinvesting extra. I'd personally recommend downstreaming.
More money faster. Once you've done that, invest into a 12-volt chemical pump. This will
I disagree with that.
Roofs. It's a high-ticket item. And you're gonna make a lot
Completely
of
disagree.
As soon as you're done with all that, laying in bed, invest in yourself and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
So yeah, huge shout out to Brown's Pressure Washing. But I do kind of want to break down this and take some time on this video because there was a lot of information. So first thing he talked about the 4 necessities of pressure washer, supply hose, pressure hose, and pressure wand. 3 of those things will probably come with the pressure washer that you buy. The pressure washer you buy will probably come with a high pressure hose and a wand and a gun. So I'm going to counterpoint this and say that he said the first thing you should invest to is a surface cleaner, which if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But I would say that a surface cleaner is a complete necessity, and it is one of the essentials that you should have before you even start. Again, that's a little bit of a controversial take because you can technically do the job without the surface cleaner, but I highly recommend not doing that because you might start having second thoughts. It's really not fun, and I get it, but I really do think it's a necessity. He didn't mention too much about sodium hypochlorite. We've talked about that before. I do think that is a necessity, is learning at least how it works and what percentages are, and safety precautionary of using sodium hypochlorite. I think it is an absolute necessity and an essential in the pressure washing business. And he the last thing he said was to reinvest into a 12-volt pump. He's referring to soft washing, which is a 12-volt pump. You hook it up to a battery and you're able to use it for soft washing. But I highly disagree with upgrading to a 12-volt in the early stages. I think you should just invest into a downstream injector, which is like $20-$30, and that allows you to effectively clean houses and clean concrete and maybe even clean gutters and windows. The 12 volts really for roof washing, and he said it's a high ticket item, which is 100% correct. However, it is extremely difficult, and I would suggest that new people in the pressure washing business do not do that. Stick to the basics, stick to getting more customers, like he mentioned before. And he also said the XJet. The XJet is something I don't really talk about a lot, but I'm not a big fan of the XJet. I personally think using a pump-up sprayer or a downstreamer is just 10 times better. The only purpose I can see for an XJet is helping post-treat concrete, but you can just do that with a pump-up sprayer, and you don't have to worry about paying $200 for an XJet. Again, that's just my take. Really good information here, but I definitely have a little bit of critiques for that one. But overall, that was a great video. Guys, well, that concludes a fellow pressure washer reacting to other pressure washer shorts. I'm not here to critique anybody. I'm here just to give my 2 cents because I love doing this and I love breaking down everything as easy and as simple to understand as possible. I'm really passionate about this stuff. It's what I do. It's my job. So just a little bit of rapport there for you guys. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for more. I got plenty of content rolling out. So thank you.